sword-like spits with meat on them through the dining room. Carve them directly onto your plate. Is there anything more spectacular than a sizzling spit roasted rib roast? How about a sizzling spit roasted rib roast stuffed with carrots, sausage, and cheese? This is a 4-pound rib roast, and I've trimmed most of the fat. What we're going to do is make a series of tunnels in the rib roast and stuff them with the flavorings. So start with a long, slender boning knife. Insert it in one end of the rib roast and run it out the other side. Next, using the handle of a wooden spoon, insert it in the slit to widen the hole. Now, take a strip of carrot, cut off one end so it enters the meat more easily, and insert it in the tunnel. Next, make another hole in the rib roast. You can give a little twist here to widen the hole. Now take a strip of hard provolone cheese, and you might want to brush the cheese with oil. That will help it go in the meat more easily. And you just kind of have to ease it through. And if you have a shortfall, you can just cut another little piece of cheese and insert it in the tunnel. We'll make one more tunnel for the sausage. Today I'm using kielbasa. Cut the end off the kielbasa and brush it with a little oil to help it slide in the meat easily. The kielbasa is a little difficult to insert, so get it in as far as you can. And then what you may need to do is cut another piece and insert it from the other side. You know, there are many variations on a theme of stuffed rib roast. For example, if you wanted to make an Italian-style stuffed rib roast, you could use Romano cheese, strips of pepperoni, and black olives. But just trim up the ends. Breathe a big sigh of relief. The hard part is over. Take a piece of butcher string, and you want to bring it about 1 inch from the end. Then loop it over once, pull it tight, and with your fingers pointing towards you, loop one end of the string over your finger, tuck your finger under, and tuck the end through. This creates a little slip knot that you can pull tight and cut off. I've given it a nice compact cylindrical shape that will help it cook more evenly. One last preparation, we're going to make a simple rub. It starts with salt, pepper, garlic powder, ground cumin, oregano, and sweet paprika. Together with your fingertips, breaking up any lumps that may be in the garlic powder. To rub the roast, place it in another baking pan and just sprinkle the rub mixture on all sides, rubbing it into the meat. Hey, that's why they call it a rub. Don't forget to rub the ends. So here's your Brazilian-style rib roast, ready for skewering. Got one more surprise. In Brazil, barbecue restaurants are called churrascarias. And there's a famous one in São Paulo called Dinhos. At Dinhos, they like to serve spit-roasted onions with grilled meats. So what I'm doing is with a skewer, making a little starter hole in the onion. This will make it easier to put on the spit. Now you put the whole shebang on the spit. So here's the rotisserie spit. First prong in place. And we'll take an onion and slide it onto the spit, as you see here. Then place another fork on your rotisserie. Slide it all the way down. And now you can spit your beef. Last of all, the other onion. Now, at a Brazilian churrascaria, the onion and the beef would be cooked on separate spits. Okay, so I've set up the grill for traditional rotisserie grilling. Lit the rotisserie burner. It's an infrared burner positioned on the back of the grill. And if you want to give the grill a little extra firepower, you can light the outside burners. You both spit roasting with a little touch of indirect grilling. Now, take your stuffed rib roast and insert the end of the spit. You're going to be sure that this round piece is in the slot, and place a couple of drip pans under the roast. Switch on the rotisserie motor and close the grill. Spit roasting time about an hour and a half. It's been an hour and a half, and check out that rib roast. It looks done, but to be sure, you want to use your trusty instant read meat thermometer. Insert it into the deepest part of the roast, but not touching the metal spit. You're looking for about 145 degrees, and that's about where we are. You want to grab your grill gloves and remove the spit from the motor. You can take it over to your cutting board. Slide the onion off, and then using a carving fork, just sort of pull the spit out of the roast. And last of all, slide the remaining onion off the spit. You want to remember to take the trussing strings off the roast, so just snip each with a scissor and pull it off the roast. Now, you never want to cut into a roast the minute it comes off the grill. Let it sit for about 5 minutes and the meat will relax. It will be much more tender. So what you do is just slide it over to the side of the cutting board and tent it with foil to keep it warm. For the onions, what you want to do on the onions is cut them and I like to serve the onions right in the burnt skin. Just a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and a sprinkling of coarse salt and black pepper. It's that simple. The meat has rested. Check it out. Now, carve. You want to start at the narrow end. The meat will be a little bit more well done at that end. And remember, when you've gone to this much trouble, the presentation counts. Cut one more piece for myself here. Oh man, that is incredible. The onion has this wonderful caramelized flavor, and the beef is crusty on the outside and succulent inside. So there you have it, Brazilian spit roasted rib roast, cooked to a turn.